Richard Krause.
Now, the idea to pair up over-the-top comedian Will Ferrell and movie tough guy Mark Wahlberg was hatched about 3 years ago at the Academy Awards. During the show's opening number, Jack Black and Ferrell sang a song about comedians never winning Oscars. Now, that was followed by some vicious roasting of the dramatic actors seated in the front rows. Jack Black told Peter O'Toole, for instance, that he was going to beat him, quote, down with my Nickelodeon award, and Ferrell insulted Ryan Gosling. But when he got to Best Actor nominee Mark Wahlberg, Ferrell feigned fear, and he said, I won't mess with you. You're actually kind of badass. Once again, I hope we're cool. You're very talented. Wahlberg's unscripted reaction convinced director Adam McKay, who also made Anchorman, Talladega Nights, and Step Brothers, among others, that the mismatched pair would work well together on the screen. One thing is for sure, though, the Academy's record of handing out Oscars to comedians is likely to be unchanged by the resulting film. Ferrell and Wahlberg played New York City detectives Alan Gamble and Terry Hoyts. The two do not get along. Gamble is a forensic accountant content to push a pencil and avoid doing any of the down and dirty and dangerous field work. Hoyts, on the other hand, is sick of riding a desk and desperately wants a chance to prove himself to his station mates after the embarrassing incident — he accidentally shot Derek Jeter during a Yankees game — that landed him Gamble as a partner. He gets the chance when Gamble uncovers a Madoff-esque white-collar conspiracy. Will Ferrell has been on a bit of a losing streak recently. His last film, Land of the Lost, was a total bust, both comedically and commercially, and for a while it looked like the glory days of Anchorman were a high point that he wasn't likely to ever top. His work had become excessive, as if every director he worked with was too enamored of his improvisational style, allowing him to do whatever he wanted, no matter how long he milked a joke or held an uncomfortable silence. In Adam McKay, he has found someone unafraid to yell "cut" and rein him in. With McKay behind the camera, Gamble becomes Ferrell's most restrained comedic character since Stranger Than Fiction. He's still extremely silly, don't get me wrong, but in much smaller doses than usual. A little Ferrell absurdity goes a long way, and the other guys never lets him or his silliness overstay its welcome. He balances nicely with Mark Wahlberg, who dials up his usual tough guy intensity about 25%, spitting out lines like, I'm a peacock, I need to fly, as though he isn't in on the joke. He rides the line between serious and absurd and pulls off a lot of laughs in the process. It's also nice to see Michael Keaton back in a comedy. He's slowly been easing his way back in after doing a string of dramas, but this is the funniest we've seen him since Beetlejuice. As the precinct captain, who also works part-time at Bed Bath & Beyond to make ends meet, he displays the way with a line that made him a star in the first place. The Other Guys is an enjoyable piece of summer fluff that may revive not only the buddy cop comedy after Cop Out mortally wounded it earlier this year, but also interest in Will Ferrell's brand of humor.
Richard Krause.